Hi everyone, it's Lisa again. We hope that you are safe and healthy. Today I'd like to again introduce another craft that you could possibly do at home with things that you have on hand, or now since we're able to go out just a little bit, items that you could pick up pretty easily. I'm going to change the angle of our camera here in just a few moments, but I wanted to introduce it. These are our fabric tassels. I've been looking online at examples of fabric tassels, and these can be a little expensive. So I'm going to teach you today just to how to use what you have at home to make your own either a tassel necklace or your tassel keychain. Okay, this is probably a much better angle anyway. You only have to look at my hands for this. But let me show you just a few of the what I have used in order to make these tassels, and then we'll look at some of the supplies that you do need. I have used, let's try this one first. These are just simply remnants of lace that I had at the house, and I just cut those. This is actually a pre-strung group of beads. I think I purchased these probably at Walmart. I just kept them as they were strung. I know that you can cut these, you can use the beads however you want to in your own pieces of art and pieces of jewelry, but I just kept these strung as they are. I also used ribbon around here, and then I had these that we had used for a key necklace, which will be one of the other crafts that we're going to be doing. But I had several of these in different shapes and forms that you could also put on there. Just a little bit of jewelry, just something hanging down to add to your tassel, whether you use these on a key ring or whether you use these on a necklace, either one. I also want to point out that we have all kinds of little embellishments here. I have an old earring. I just received this from my mother-in-law. I thought that was adorable. That would be easily attached to one of the tassels. I already have a pre-formed small tassel that you see I have added to this tassel, the one that I made out of fabric. I've got all kinds of beads. I've got jump rings. I did want to make sure I had not a lobster claw, but one of these types of connectors so that I could add that to a necklace or to an existing set of key rings. We have all kinds of beads. We have spacers. This is, again, it was in a button collection, but it does look like that it could be mounted as well. And then I even have an extra wooden ball that I had used on a previous craft, which you might have seen, that we could possibly use it as well. Let's get to our supplies. Besides the embellishments here, you're going to also look at what you already have in your home. I already had these leather tassels. I'm not sure what this came from. I could easily, excuse me, I could easily embellish just this and attach it to a necklace or to a key ring, and that would be wonderful. I also have this lace, or it's found in the lace department, but it is already, I use this on my granddaughter's costume, but this easily could be rolled. It could even be cut to the very top so that you have a tassel that you've actually made out of fabric or trim. I also have this hemp string that is a really good accessory. You could add it to the actual tassel itself, or this could be used in actually binding up your tassel around there. You'll notice also I have this very long necklace here that will probably not be used as a necklace, but we could easily take this section off and you could add your tassel there. And you can see that you could use this definitely as one of the tassel necklaces that are so popular right now. So think about what you already have at home. Also, for the one that I'm going to do here in just a moment, I'm using only ribbon. I'm not necessarily using the lace or cloth. I'm just using different colors of ribbon that go together. And then lastly, for this one, I really liked this fabric because it doesn't fray very much, and it's already, as you can tell, it's already kind of scrunched up together. It's almost like it's already pre-pleated. And I found that that was easy to use as well, especially for the last tassel. So now that we've got our the things that we're going to need, I did need a pair of scissors. I've got to trim. And I did need a hot glue gun because I did want to make sure that the ribbon around the top of this was secure. And then also, again, if you don't have the lobster claw or this type of little closure, if you've got just simply the key ring part of it, you could make one of these as well. You can see that I have not added anything, any type of claw type to this at the top. It's just as is. Okay, let me show you what we're going to do. What I have done is I have taken various types of ribbon here, and I even included some twine and a little bit of leather that I had found along with the mint green leather here. And I have just placed those out. These are about 12 inches long. You can make them longer, you can make them shorter, but what I found is I'm probably going to trim an inch off of these once I get it put together. I have put a piece of lace here just to keep these together, excuse me, while I transport them. But this is pretty easy. I'm going to undo those. And then I'm going to fold them. And this one is an easy way of doing it. I'm going to force this through my key ring. You all, I apologize. My allergies are crazy today. I've still got my center. I'm going to put those through. And then I've got to even them out. It takes a minute because you really have got to pull those through and figure out which ones are on top. Here we go. I'm going to keep pulling that and tightening. Now, we can go with this, which is kind of like a little tie at the very top, like a man's tie. I'm going to trim that up. And I'm going to take a little bit more than an inch. I think I told you an inch, but we're going to go with just a little bit more than that. And now here is one way that you can make the tassel. Okay, not nearly as secure at the top, I don't think, as binding it. So I'm going to show you how to bind one as well. So I haven't glued this or anything, so I'm just going to simply take this out. That's just an easy way of doing it. And I was able to keep it all together, just as I had it. Whoops, I dropped one. And the other way of doing it, obviously, is we're just going to put one side through, not both this time. Even those out a little bit. Remember, I've already trimmed these once. There we go. Now, I don't really like that white ribbon on top. I like something a little bit more colorful. So I'm going to put the white ribbon down and pull that brightly colored one up on top. Okay, now that I've got this, all I need to do is take one of my remnants. I would prefer, which I did not bring, let's use the green. This is a green leather that we used for necklaces in my Make It Monday class. And all I'm simply going to do is wrap that around there. And I am going, before I add that on there, or before I tie it, let's see if there's something I can't add to it. Let's decorate it a little bit. I'm not used to filming from this angle, everyone, so it is a little odd. There's that. Do we have anything else that we could add? I think we can add this to the very end of that ribbon, or excuse me, that leather. Now I'm just going to knot this. On the back. I'm going to trim just one side of it. I am going to put a little touch of hot glue on there. And that's just going to make sure that is sealed for me. And then I've got this other little piece hanging down here. It would be really a great place for another bead. I really like this white one. Let's see if my leather will go through there. And let's add one more to the end before we tie a knot in it. Now I'm just going to push those up. As you notice, I push those up, and then I'm going to tie just a knotted loop at the very end. We'll pull those beads down. And now you can see, let me move everything aside here so you can see that we've got our leather at the top. We've got a little embellishment here, and we've actually got our embellishment of the green bead and the spacer on the top. And these are just really cute, as I said, for key rings or even adding those to a necklace. You can see where that would be really cute. So think about what you have at home, what accessories that you might have, what type of fabrics that you might have, any laces, any trims. You'll just need a jump ring or some kind of ring, key ring, to actually keep them all in place. And think about how you can be creative with the items that you already have at home. I hope you enjoyed this. If you decide to make any of these, please post them to our Facebook page. Have a good day.